Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. The city's liquor operation will be studied by a small group of residents beginning this month. While still highly profitable, Edina Liquor is generating less revenue due to increased competition in the market. In response, the city has made investments in training store staff on customer service and products, developed a new pricing strategy with compressed profit margins, finished remodeling and branding its stores, and introduced new advertising and marketing materials. City Manager Scott Neal has formed the City Manager's Liquor Store Task Force. The group will study operational, marketing, and management strategies and make recommendations on what more can be done to maximize profits.
We appointed 4 people to that task force. And those folks come from backgrounds like hospitality, retail service, marketing, restaurant management, those kind of fields. They all come to our task force with a different discipline and a different skill set. And we think by putting those people together in the same room, they're going to give us some good ideas that we can implement in the future.
The City Manager's Liquor Store Task Force is expected to complete its work in July. Plans are in place to build a solar garden on the roof of the city's Public Works and Park Maintenance facility on Metro Boulevard. Last month, the City Council approved a 25-year lease with Cooperative Energy Futures, or CEF, for space on the roof for the solar garden. CEF and its partners at Innovation Power Systems plan to design and build a 630 kilowatt solar array and market community solar garden subscriptions to Edina residents on a pay-as-you-go basis.
We're excited to work with the City of Edina to get the residents together and show them how we could create community wealth in a solar array that would be not only helping them with their energy costs, but also, even more importantly, would be accessible to people of all income levels with no credit checks. And would help show them how we can create energy wealth together, as well as a cooperative model that gives them ownership of the model.
CEF is in the process of submitting an application to Xcel Energy for the solar garden for review of the system and interconnection to the power grid. If approved, the project would be constructed in the summer and be online by fall. Recent health scares around the country have brought attention to the issue of food safety. In Edina, there are several city inspectors who make sure restaurants are doing their due diligence when it comes to food preparation. Edina TV's Dietrich Nissen brings us along as he joined one of those health inspectors during a checkup of a local restaurant.
Before the first slice, first stir, first order, Mazza Mia's head chef, Paul Angelis, checks to make sure his restaurant is clean.
It all starts with the back door, really. It's coming in and just, your general overview of making sure that the entire kitchen is clean.
From the freezer in the back to the fridge in the front, Angelis needs to make sure food is being kept cooler than 41 degrees and warmed up to at least 160 degrees.
It really is the systems. Outside of attention to detail, it really is digging through every cooler every day, making sure that I know exactly where everything is in the restaurant at all times.
We're looking a lot at procedural things. We're looking at hand washing. We're looking at the food temperatures, cooking temperatures, cooling temperatures, hot and cold holding, things like that. And just looking for opportunities to make the place a little bit better, a little bit safer.
During his yearly visit, aside from food temperature, Edina Health Inspector Lee Renicky also looks at the temperature of the dishwasher's water. And how effective the sanitizer is.
And we're looking to make sure that it measures the correct 200 to 400 parts per million. The way I like to describe it to an operator, or certainly a new operator, is I look for clean dirt and dirty dirt. Clean dirt is really the things that when you bake a pie, you have a little flour on the counter. When you're done, you're going to wipe it up and it's all done. The dirty dirt is the things that get into the corners and things that you probably should have paid a little bit closer attention to that maybe you haven't for a while.
Mazza Mia's parent company, Parasoleil, says it conducts quarterly checks of its restaurants.
You've got to have the right people in place, but you also have to have systems in place and then hold people accountable for following those systems.
Safety lead Todd Bolton says the company makes sure a majority of their staff has training from the Minnesota Health Department.
That way we always know that, from opening till closing every day, there are at least 2, sometimes as many as 5 or 6 people that have all gone through that certification.
And with employees like Angelis paying attention to cleanliness starting at the back door, the food being served should be safe for those coming through the front.
Well, obviously we don't want to make anybody sick. I mean, that's the last thing that we would want.
In Edina, Dietrich Nissen, Edina 16.
The city's health division schedules restaurant inspections on a regular basis. Thanks for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.